Shalom, Marquis. We come compassion GMS London, giving all praise Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, double honors unto the elders, the apostles of GMS, and honors that led to the brethren on the highest and byways, teaching the truth in all sincerity. Okay. I saw this news article on the BBC just yesterday or the day before, and I couldn't find it online. I couldn't find it on the websites and that, because I wanted to do a video on it, but I found this article which is basically saying the same thing. Okay, it was on businesses losing out on money that they could have could have gotten if they took other forms of payment other than cash. It was quite a good what do you call that? News article going into the fact that businesses are losing money because they're not actually, some of these smaller businesses, they don't have like card systems or contactless systems and things of that like. Okay, and these business gurus, man, are all urging and encouraging all these businesses to adopt this payment system. Okay, the banks now are encouraging these small businesses to adopt these payment systems. Okay, paving the way of getting rid of cash, because we're going to go into some other articles, man, that cash is being less and less used in society, and this is all heading towards that cashless society, which ultimately leads to the mark of the beast, which is the RFID system, man. Okay, which is already being used today in society. Okay, here in the UK, US, and other places around the globe, this RFID chip technology is already being used to make payments. Okay, but as you see here, I've got this article from Tax Assist Accountants, and this article here reads: small businesses are encouraged to adopt next generation payment methods. Okay, dated 19th of May 2017. Right? This is a survey of 2010 British people by Barclaycard has discovered that a lack of access to next generation payment methods is preventing small businesses from generating more revenue. An estimated 1.6 billion is suggested to have been lost this way. Okay, so they're making it sound real lucrative to these smaller businesses that, in need of this revenue, okay, to be able to stay and compete with other businesses around its areas, man. Okay, so when you proposition with something like that, man, you're most likely gonna give ear to that, man, and be like, yeah, I need to get this car payment system down because I'm not cutting it right now. I could be doing a lot better. Okay, so it won't be surprising that these people will now jump on board with this. Okay, since participants were asked to estimate the total number of times they had abandoned a payment in the past 12 months because a specific payment method was not made available to them. And this is true, man. I've done it myself, man. I've walked into a store, man, got no cash on me, want to pay something by card, but they don't have a card payment system there. So, man, I have to walk out, go somewhere else that has a card payment system, active. Okay, so, if I'm doing it, the majority of people out here do the same thing. Okay, so almost a third, 29% of millennials avoid a purchase they couldn't pay with one of the above options. Okay, a lot of them don't even use cash. I don't use cash very much. Alright, so across all age groups, 15% have a bounding transaction before completion, with almost half of millennial customers opting to use next generation payment tools. Small businesses need encouragement to provide more up-to-date and increasingly popular payment methods. Okay, now I don't use the technology because I think it's cool and anything like that. It's just Light is going to end up saying that the technology is more convenient. And don't have to carry cash. Okay, which is the same kind of method was used when back in the day before the banks started up, man. Okay, where people used to carry gold with them in their satchels or whatever they carried it in. Okay, but it became cumbersome. So what they did, or what a person did, was decided to hold a person's gold and give the person a receipt for that gold, and that's the way you get the fiat currencies that we move with today, okay, with all these notes and all that kind of stuff there. They're just receipts for gold that you're meant to have ownership over, which we no longer have ownership over. Okay, because now these notes that we're given are not backed by gold. You can't trade it in for gold or real money. You can't trade it in for. Okay, so it's just the same kind of way. They're taking it a step further now. Okay, you don't actually have to hold a receipt now, even though it's just paper. You don't have to do that. You can just be hooked up to a bank account digitally. Use this one card and it has access to all that money, and you just tap and pin number away. Okay, which, like I said, always moving in the direction of the RFID chip. So there's a lot of contactless cards around today. Okay, people don't even have to put their PIN number in. Okay, they just tap that card, the beep goes off, the transaction's been made. Okay, that's RFID technology. Okay, which the next step beyond this or beyond that is to have that implanted in the people, in their hands, and wherever, to make those transactions, man. Okay, you don't even need to hold a card now. Okay, that's too cumbersome. You don't have to hold a card now. Just your hands there, paid. Okay, that's what they're selling to the people, man. That's why there's people on this RFID chip implementation movement, man. Okay, because they think it's cool and convenient and all this and that, and it has so many applications. Well, take the mark of the beast, man. You're gonna find out how inconvenient it is. Okay. So nearly 1 in 4 small retailers admit they have lost customers because of lack of emerging but increasingly popular payment options. This rose to 2/3 when modern technology was considered. This includes contactless online payments, mobile and wearable devices. Okay, it says with this year seeing the 10th anniversary of contactless payments. Okay, so they've been around for 10 years already, these payment cards. Okay, Barclaycards previously investigated how new payment methods affect consumers' spending habits. During Retail Week, research found that 56% of UK consumers expect contactless payments to be available in clothing, footwear, and accessory shops, but only 34% of UK retailers accept it. A quarter of smaller in-store retailers are yet to introduce the option of contactless payments. Okay, despite the survey finding that 20% of 18 to 34-year-olds predict invisible payments will only get more popular in the next 5 years. Okay, sure enough, and that cash will become redundant. Sure enough, a fifth of small businesses, I think that stands for small business, I remember, so do not feel the need to introduce them. However, almost 3 in 10 small retailers have plans to update the offering over the next 6 months. Okay, so they're being pushed down this way because it's losing their money, man. And businesses don't like to lose money, man. Especially a small business, man. They need that capital, man, to survive in that competing market. Otherwise, they're going to get squashed by bigger companies, man. Okay, doing similar things. Okay, but like I said, they're pushing all these smaller businesses to get on board with this, man. It's all that push for that ubiquitous system. Okay, the push for ubiquity. Okay, which is what I'm going to name this lesson. Okay, but they're making this technology more and more available to the public. Okay, because it's going to replace the current predominant system, which is this paper cash. Okay, that is at this moment in time still the most predominant, but it is being phased out, and it is the plan of the elites to phase that out and to have this RFID system in place with this digital currency. Okay, this is all linked together, man. This is just another push to achieve all that. Okay. Let's see if we've got anything else here. All right. Well, I also want to get this word ubiquity. Okay. It says the factor of appearing everywhere or being very common. Okay, and that's what's being pushed. Okay, forcing these smaller businesses to adopt this technology. Sets up that framework for the RFID chip everywhere. Okay. If I can get scripture in Revelation chapter 13, right? It says, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would worship the image of the beast should be killed. And he caused them all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. Okay, which is the RFID chip. Slovakia. So, and that no man might buy or sell, save he had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Okay, because basically what's going to happen, man, when this economy is dropped, when it collapses, okay, you know, people are going to be forced with this chip. Okay, if you haven't already been given it, okay, or received it, okay, and you basically that's the only way you have to do any transactions anywhere. Okay, so it's appropriate that this system, this framework has been set up around the whole world. Okay, I'm only speaking about the UK right now, but it's been going on in other places already. India India and Sweden, probably the better examples that I could use, man. But that stuff's already been going on, phasing that cash and having that system set up, ready for when the RFID chip comes in its masses, man. Okay, because right now they're in debit cards and credit cards and that, but in the near future, man, it's going to be in your hand. Okay, there is going to be no physical cash that you can go anywhere and pay with, man. It's already like that. If you try and get on a bus here in the UK, you can't use cash. You have to use some form of card or contactless card. Okay, with RFID chips in them. Okay. It says that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Okay, that's the mark of the beast. You don't want that. Okay, you know, debit cards and contactless cards, that's one thing, but to have that implanted into your hand, man, that's a whole different game. Okay, because that just doesn't enable you. That doesn't just give you access to buying and selling, man. It's a big detriment to you, because that means you've accepted enslavement by your elites. Okay, that's what it represents, man, and it's not going to be a thing which is convenient to you in that day. Okay, it may seem convenient now, but it is not going to be convenient to you in that day, because the elites are going to have control over everything that runs through that chip, because everything is recorded and everything can be restricted. Okay, that's the elite's plans. Okay. So what might seem convenient now won't be in the future, believe me. All right. But like I said, it's that push for ubiquity, this RFID system, right? I've got another article here from Value of Walk, right? It says here, cashless society is coming. It's just a matter of when. Okay, plain and simple, right? I'm just trying to find the bits and pieces I want to add here. Talk about cryptocurrencies, not Bitcoin. Anyway, I'm going to just read this first paragraph here. It says, watching megatrends form and grow is not only fascinating, but for investors can be profitable. The trends towards a cashless society, or at least a cash-light economy, is one such trend. Okay, it's a societal transformation that could have a profound impact. That trend is persistent and looking promising, if not unstoppable. Okay, meaning this is where they expect things to head. Okay, through these trends. Okay, bank research on the topic has been generally positive, touting the benefits to society and governments as well as individuals. HSBC, out with a May report, is positive on the concept and benchmarks the trend status. Okay, so this is where they expect things to go. That's why they're saying this thing. Okay, we expect for it to go the way that they're saying, because it's prophesied in the scriptures. Okay, of the mark of the beast. Okay. Okay, let's talk about Bitcoin here. Which really that's gonna be another one that day too. Okay. Oh, damn you. Right. It says, have we reached peak cash? HSBC global economist James Pomeroy questions in a report titled A World Without Cash the impact of the rise in electronic payments. He sees a world in which the use of cash that is in severe decline, as he highlights nuance in adoption rates around the world. There are several primary benefits of a cashless society touted, mostly centered around convenience, okay, cost efficiency, better monetary control, and security. Okay, monetary control is important in this. Okay, not your convenience.